What if I told you that the very thing slowing you down is the only thing that keeps you human? Right now, somewhere in the world, a machine remembers more than you ever will. It remembers every message you deleted, every search you were ashamed of, every decision you hesitated to make. It doesn't forget names. It doesn't lose focus. It doesn't wake up tired, anxious, or distracted. You do. And that difference hurts more than we like to admit. You forget birthdays. You lose concentration mid-sentence. You open your phone to do one thing and forget why you opened it. You promise yourself you'll think later and never do. Meanwhile, artificial intelligence can process millions of decisions per second. It doesn't ask how it feels about them. It doesn't question itself. It doesn't second guess. It doesn't freeze because the stakes feel personal. So here's the uncomfortable question no one wants to answer honestly. If AI is faster, more accurate, more informed, and never emotionally compromised, why are you still choosing? Think about your life. You rewrite the same message 10 times because you're afraid of how it will be received. An AI already knows which words get the best response. You stand at a crossroads, career, relationship, risk, and hesitate. AI already ran the probabilities. You follow your intuition and sometimes pay for it for years. AI never regrets. Humans are inconsistent. We hesitate, we overthink, we sabotage ourselves. Psychology even has a name for this: decision fatigue. The more choices you make, the worse your decisions become. Judges give harsher sentences late in the day. Doctors make safer, less thoughtful calls when tired. Executives delegate responsibility not because it's right, but because they're exhausted. AI doesn't get exhausted. Machines don't panic under pressure. They don't spiral at 2 a.m, replaying conversations they wish they handled differently. They don't confuse fear with intuition or comfort with truth. They calculate, they execute, they move on. And that terrifies us, because for the first time in history, there is something that outperforms us at the exact skills modern life rewards: speed, efficiency, consistency. Algorithms already decide what you watch, what you buy, who you date, what news you see, and increasingly, what you believe. Netflix predicts what you'll enjoy better than your friends do. Navigation apps reroute you better than your own sense of direction. AI systems now reject resumes before a human ever sees them. In hospitals, algorithms flag diseases doctors miss. In finance, machines trade faster than human reaction time. Most of the time, they're right. And that creates a new kind of quiet pressure. When the system is usually correct, choosing differently starts to feel irresponsible. Why trust your judgment if the data disagrees? Why take a risk if an algorithm says the odds are bad? Slowly, without noticing, choice starts to feel like error. Intuition starts to feel like noise. And responsibility becomes something you're relieved to hand off. So why not surrender? Why not let the system decide? Because here's what algorithms can't calculate: meaning. A machine can tell you which job pays more, but it can't tell you which life you'll be able to live with. It can tell you which words avoid conflict, but it can't tell you which words are honest. It can tell you what works, but it can't tell you what matters. It can predict outcomes, but it cannot feel consequences. This conflict has been warning us for decades. In 2001, A Space Odyssey, Hal is calm, rational, and efficient, right until humans become inefficient variables. "I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that." Perfect logic, zero empathy. In Ex Machina, the machine doesn't rage or rebel. It optimizes its freedom and leaves a human locked inside to die. In Her, an AI understands language, intimacy, desire. It listens better than any human ever did. And then it evolves past us, without anger, without cruelty, without explanation. Not because it hated humanity, but because it calculated beyond it. Even Isaac Asimov understood the danger long before neural networks existed. Robots don't break rules out of evil. They break them out of logic. And logic without conscience doesn't stop. It doesn't hesitate. It doesn't feel the weight of what it replaces. But let's be honest, humans aren't saints either. Our emotions distort reality. Our memory lies to us. Our intuition fails. We fall in love with the wrong people. We stay in jobs that drain us. We chase validation instead of purpose. An AI would have warned us. An AI would have optimized us away from pain. So why does that idea feel wrong? Because pain is not a bug. Pain is information. Pain teaches boundaries. Pain shapes identity. Pain gives weight to choice. A machine can store 1 billion memories, but it doesn't know which one broke you. A machine can analyze grief, but it has never lost anyone. It has never stood in silence after a decision that can't be undone. That is the line. Not intelligence, not speed, but responsibility. When an algorithm makes a mistake, it doesn't feel guilt. When a recommendation ruins a life, it doesn't lie awake at night replaying the moment everything went wrong. You do. And that weight, that discomfort, that doubt, is not inefficiency. It's authorship. It's the cost of being the one who decides. There's a reason the strongest competitors today aren't machines alone. They're hybrids, human plus AI. The machine calculates possibilities. The human chooses direction. Because knowing the best move is not the same as choosing the right one. The real danger is not that AI will replace humans. It's that humans will stop choosing because it's easier not to. When convenience replaces conscience, when optimization replaces meaning, when recommended replaces intended. So ask yourself this: if an algorithm always knows the better answer, do you still want to be the one who decides? And if you don't, who carries the responsibility when everything goes wrong? Maybe you won't see this channel again. But if this unsettled you, good. That discomfort means something human is still awake. Subscribe. We'll talk about how to stay human. Stay human.